Let's do it, my dude. We got submachanophobia. We got some creepy, scary robots. As we all know, robots are going to be taking over soon. The AI revolution has begun. Therefore, we must prepare ourselves for the absolute worst, just in case. And if any AI overlords are listening right now, I love you, and I absolutely accept the fact that you are taken over and are going to become the new sentient deities and overall majority of the universe and planet. So yeah, you know, like let's be cool. I am more than happy to accept my new overlords, my new masters. Okay, let's do it, my dudes.
Be sure to stay tuned to the end for a bonus animatronic clip.
I will stay tuned.
With the Five
Please
Nights
subscribe
at Freddy movie
to
coming soon, I figured it was time for
Theme
another
Park Crazy.
animatronics video. And for the 4th year in a row, we're going to take a look at the wonderful world of submerged animatronics. So as voted on by the fans, here are 10 of the scariest submerged animatronics ever. Number 10. The Pirates on Los Piratas at Belgium's Bellewaerde. Pirates of the Caribbean is perhaps the most famous dark ride out there.
Oh yeah.
In addition to inspiring a hit series of films that progressively got worse with each entry, the ride itself is among
Hey! You say worse, I say better. I say better.
Disney's most iconic attractions. Wanting to replicate the ride's success, several European parks opened their own pirate-themed boat rides over the years.
That was
some of
creepy.
which arguably lifted scenes directly from the Disney attraction. While some of these rides are still
I
in
wouldn't say
operation,
arguably. I think
many
they
have
totally
sadly
did.
closed down. One of these defunct experiences is Los Piratas at Belgium's Bellewaerde. With a
Bro, you are so close to the pronunciation. Good job. Los Piratas, not Piratas. You're so close. You know, R, it's the R. It's always the R, isn't it? Piratas. I know, rolling the R is like something I'm pretty sure that's like a genetic thing, I'm pretty sure.
the ride system built by German manufacturer Mach Rides,
I can roll my R, you don't even know, I can roll my R's like Rick Roll himself. See that, bro? I rolled my R's like Rick rolled, you get me?
this attraction
I'm the
first
master of
opened
rolling
in
Rs.
1991. Unlike the Disney attraction,
In fact, once I do sometime in the future become a pirate, if I was in One Piece and I was like a pirate, they would literally just like they would that's how I would be. They'd be like, "Oh, that's that one pirate." I'd be a pirate.
this ride is based on a real historical event. Based on the Spanish colonization of the Americas in the 1600s, this ride follows a group of pirates as they attempt to claim the Mayans' treasure.
In
Along the way-
fact, for those who don't know, my actual name is pronounced Flamethrower Monkey.
the guests came across several animatronics. Though they weren't on the level of Disney, the technology was still pretty impressive in its
Is that a
own right,
tortoise guitar?
and 2 of these animatronics qualify for this list. One of them is a pirate that rises above the surface and spits up water, and another one is a pirate that attempts to climb out of the water only to be clonked on the head by a broom. As with other underwater animatronics, the idea of moving submerged mechanics is enough to send chills down any submachanophobic spine. You can even see what looks like a wire or a compressed air hose. Honestly, I'm not sure. Admittedly, this
More than likely it is a compressed air hose in order to like fire up the mechanics.
is a fairly tame pair of
Or who knows, maybe it's both.
animatronics for those who don't have submachanophobia.
¿Por qué no los dos?
But we're just getting things started. Number 9. The hippos on Jungle Cruise at various Disney parks. Just like Pirates of the Caribbean, Jungle Cruise is yet another famous
Alright, I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Let me explain to you something. Because if I ever get a job at a theme park, I want to be that guy. I want to do that. These safari run like guides are the greatest people on earth. I have never met a more cheerful person.
Disney ride.
I love them.
Whether you're at Disneyland or
I want to
Disney
have
World, you're in
a
for
bevy with
relaxing,
them.
fun-filled
A
ride
non-alcoholic
experience with
beverage.
mock wildlife. This ride has several iconic moments.
Unless we're at Knott's Berry Farm, in which case I will absolutely break all rules, all my own personal principles and rules, and absolutely drink a boysenberry beer. Shout out to anyone who ever visits California. If you ever go to California and you go specifically to Knott's Berry Farm, please go to the saloon over at the Ghost Town. Get yourself a boysenberry beer, because it's, boysenberry. Delicious. They also have boysenberry ice cream. Get yourself a waffle cone because it is too good. And if you go to any restaurant, be sure to be on the lookout for the boysenberry punch. It's not soda, it's just juice. But good gracious, it is the greatest beverage I have ever tasted in my entire life. Someday, I am going to buy the freaking machine that turns like stuff into soda, that like it carbonates it or whatever. And I'm gonna fill up like a jug. An actual jug of boysenberry punch, and I'm gonna bring it home, and I'm gonna carbonate it and get myself a boysenberry soda. Y'all have no idea. Oh, y'all don't even know. Oh, I would lose it. I love carbonated beverages. I do with such a passion.
Who could forget the bathing pool of the Indian elephants, the irate rhinoceros?
I love that. You see, who could sell water like that?
Originally, Walt Disney himself wanted to use real animals on the ride, but the idea was rejected since real animals tend to sleep during the day. As a result,
yeah, the only problem we have with that is the fact that they sleep. It's not like they would, be malnourished and misfed and mistreated and therefore attack any humans.
The ride experience uses animatronics to simulate an aquatic safari. Some of these figures are even in the water itself. These animatronics alone are enough to generate some serious submachanophobia, but by far the most iconic ones are the hippopotamuses. True to reality, these hippos are extremely dangerous, and
Genuine question, do you think, A, they clean those animatronics, especially the ones in the water, and B, how much does that individual get paid, out of curiosity?
they can be found next to a decimated tour boat. These creatures serve as the ride's antagonists, attempting to attack the boat. And among submachanophobics,
well, yeah, don't go in their territory
with big gaping mouths.
Have y'all seen a hippo eat a watermelon? Good gracious, those eggs are intimidating.
Under the surface, a mechanism raises and lowers the hippos.
Oh, that's so cool.
And the thought of being trapped underneath can serve as instant nightmare fuel. Just add water. As if hippos in...
Like I said, my only thing about it is the idea of getting something like a hand or a leg or pinched, even just getting pinched by the gears or something, it's creepy to me.
Real life weren't terrifying enough. These robotic hippos are frightening in their own right. Number 8, the pirate skeleton at Florida's Magic Kingdom.
Hi there.
In addition to Jungle Cruise and Pirates of the Caribbean, the Magic Kingdom's Adventureland has plenty of fun things to do. One of the lesser discussed things to
I have never eaten at the barbecue place over there at Disney. Maybe I should try that barbecue place every once in a while, huh?
do is an interactive scavenger hunt named A Pirate's Adventure. Near the entrance to Adventureland from Frontierland, there is a small shack where you can start the game. Here you'll pick up a map.
Is this a Disney World or Disneyland?
Using the map, you go around the park looking for various symbols. Once you find a symbol, you can just scan the card and the next clue will be revealed. Various props and effects are used.
Nice.
And each map leads to a...
The clue is you were supposed to go to... I can imagine... the clue's a snake. Obviously, I have to leave this place and go to Universal Studios and look for a Slytherin.
its own treasure. Right
Harry
now,
Potter.
there are 4 maps, but usually there are 5. The 5th map involves searching for a square-shaped jewel. On this hunt, the final clue leads to a scene where a pirate skeleton rises from the water holding the jewel. As of right now, this figure is out of order, but normally, the figure is found right next to the Swiss Family Treehouse and the Jungle Cruise's entrance. Its grimy appearance and the fact that it's a skeleton definitely qualifies it for the list. And it's well concealed by bubbling water before it surfaces, so you really can't tell how deep the water is.
Well, that's
either.
even creepier,
As
actually.
simple as its movement is, this is another
They've
figure
replaced it
you
multiple
wouldn't want to
times,
be in the
apparently.
water with. But overall, it's
I can
a
only
pretty
assume it's
awesome
just
figure, and
dilapidated because it
hopefully
stays in the
will
water
return
for the
soon.
most part, right?
Number 7, the giant crocodile.
What is that?
at Delle Miniere
No!
Lunar Park. As of today, Lunar Park is the oldest operating Italian amusement park. Located in the capital city
y'all
of
Italians
Rome,
are
this
insane.
park
What
has a
is
rich
that?
history, including several
ain't no
forgotten
crocodilian.
attractions. One of these rides is a heavily themed roller coaster named Treno delle Miniere, or Mine
That's like a
Train in English.
Crocosaurus. I ain't no
Built by
crocodilian.
manufacturer
I don't know what y'all looking
Piedmont,
at.
This coaster featured extensive rock work and a large-scale animatronic.
Looks
Though
cool.
photos and video of it are rare, it was indeed a fascinating specimen.
Son,
This
look at
large
that thing.
crocodile
Ooh, that's a
ran on
cool
track in
T-Rex
a
skull.
pool of water.
I mean, skeleton.
As the train passed by it, the croc would rise above the surface and startle guests on board. Though I wasn't able to find footage of it fully functional, the size and scale of this animatronic
Yeah, that's
is easily
horrendous.
worth noting.
That ain't no crocodile.
There's no doubt that it gave local children nightmares at some point. Sadly,
I don't know
the
what
ride
that is. That's that
closed
thing
in
from Ice
2008
Age.
after provincial officials closed the park due to safety concerns. While the
Oh,
park later
why?
reopened in 2016, the coaster sat at
Bro, I swear, I know I say this about everything, but if I ever get Mr. Beast money, ooh, I'm gonna have my own theme park. Ooh, y'all don't even know.
abandoned. You can actually see the old animatronic on Google Earth from a previous scan, but sadly, no photos of
That's
it
creepy.
abandoned are known to exist.
That's
A
huge.
truly mysterious entrance
That's like some. Hey guys, turns out that there's cryptids. There's a giant evil creature out here in this plate. It's like, no, bro, it's a theme park. Relax.
to this list. Number 6, the sea serpent on Alibaba's palace at Walibi, Belgium. Yep, another Belgian animatronic has made this list. And just like the other ones, this one can also
It is
be
quite
found
quite
on an
creepy.
indoor boat ride. Though no longer
A little
in
goofy,
operation,
actually, with
this
the eyes
one
like that.
progressed through several set pieces inspired by Middle Eastern folklore. Specifically, the scenes were based on 1001 Nights.
The Arabian Nights.
These were brought to life with a number of animatronic figures.
Please correct me if I am making a fool of myself. But isn't the 1001 Arabian Nights is not actual like nights as in Night, right? Like not like day night cycle. It's night as in like they're actual knights, they're soldiers, warriors, right? Is that right or wrong? I'm not 100% sure, but if I'm not mistaken, yes, and that's why Aladdin is one of those 1001 Arabian Nights, right? Please, somebody correct me and double check me on that. I would love to know.
But only one was able to make this list. At one point, you'll come across a scene depicting a sea monster attacking a boat. Its large teeth, huge tongue, and bits of sail
that's
hanging from its
horrifying.
mouth made this a rather intimidating figure. And the fact that he was
Not only
partially
that-
submerged in water makes him a
Partially submerged, but then look at the background, how dark it is. Like, I'm just saying, like, in real life, if you were stuck on a boat in the middle of the ocean, the pitch black dead of night, and you're that dude hanging off, like, look at this man, hanging out on the raft for dear life.
Its large teeth,
Nah,
huge
man,
tongue, and bits of
that's,
sail
it's
hanging from its
over,
mouth
like, what
made
can
this
you
a rather
do?
intimidating figure. And the fact that he was partially submerged in water makes him a grade A candidate for this list.
No.
Unfortunately,
Just
the ride
no.
was shut down in 2012 and completely drained.
That's
All of the
sad, but
scenery
also
was
I'm
eventually
glad
removed in
I'm never
2019
gonna ride
to
it.
make way for the Popcorn
What is
Revenge
this?
trackless dark ride. The sea monster is often forgotten about, and media
Yo,
of it is
that is
also pretty
horrifying.
rare. So
That's
if you
cool,
have
though, they
any
had the
memories
lightning.
of this animatronic, feel free to comment them down below.
I don't,
Like what
but I'm
you see
about to
so
have
far,
some
feel
nightmares
free to
today, I'll
subscribe
tell you
and
that
hit the
much. I'll
bell
have
for
some
new
nightmares
video
for sure.
notifications. If we can get to 400,000 subscribers by the end of the year, I'll do a video on the world's steepest roller coasters.
Please do it.
Number 5,
I'm subscribed
the
already.
Dragon at Las Vegas,
Who
Nevada's
is
Excalibur
that?
Hotel. The early 90s were
Oh, goodness, I've been to Excalibur so many times. How have I not gone on that ride?
a
What is
time
that still?
known as
Is
the
that still working? Is that still a
family-friendly
thing?
era for Las Vegas. This era saw the opening of several hotels.
I'm gonna be completely on. Here's the thing. Let me tell you something. Get closer again. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you for a second here, audience, monkey fam. Look here, okay. Right now, Vegas is a cesspool of. I don't even. It is a cesspool of nothing but hustles. Cheap like not cheap as in like not expensive. I mean cheap as in like they didn't spend any money on the attractions. So cheap attractions, hustles, every possible method of screwing you over out of your money. Let me tell you something. If y'all come to the United States of America, if y'all go to Arizona, if y'all go to Las Vegas, you avoid all the casinos, you avoid the strip. There is nothing there for you. There is nothing good there for you. There will never be anything there good for you. You go to the Player One barcade, like a couple miles away from the strip, okay? And you get yourself a butter beer. That's what you do. You go elsewhere. You do not go to the strip. You do not go to the casinos. You do not go to Vegas, the actual, like, dead center of Vegas. Because it is nothing but full of people trying to cheat you out of your money. They literally have ladies dressed up in, like, the whole feather, sexy bikini, like, situation. And, like, they'll just stand there and be like, you want to take a picture? You want to take a picture? But then after you take a picture with them, they'll intimidate you or threaten you for you to tip them. Sometimes upwards, they'll try to get $100 out of you. Like, they look for people with money and then, like, pull this scam on them, bro. Like, trust me. And if you don't think the police are in on it, you're kidding yourself, bro. So it's like, trust me, there is nothing in Vegas for you. There really isn't. I will never. There is nothing in Las Vegas for you to enjoy. Nothing. I've been to all of it. I've been to the amusements. I've been to the strip clubs. I've been to the hotels. I've been to every single hotel. I have gone on a bar crawl across the entirety of the Vegas Strip. There are very few bars I would actually recommend genuinely to anyone, and none of them are in the major casinos. I'll tell you that much, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe I should do like something about that. Talk to y'all or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I will. I got some wisdom to impart on y'all. I'll tell you what.
And exhibits which focused on family entertainment. At the time, the city was experiencing rapid growth, with many families moving there.
And
However,
now it's just
many
a
of these
cesspool.
attractions
There's
failed
nothing
and
there
faded
for you.
into
Don't go
obscurity.
there.
Though the Excalibur
Save your money,
Hotel
go
remains a
elsewhere.
solid
Excalibur, like, is old and dilapidated and left behind in the past, bro. They have not updated that place at all. Maybe the food is good. Maybe the nightclubs are okay. Not the nightclubs, but like the restaurants. The bar restaurants that have like a small little dance scene. The Latino places sometimes, you know. Maybe.
family destination on the Strip.
Like, the only thing good about Excalibur is unlike the rest of the Vegas Strip, is that they have, like, cool medieval shows, medieval night shows, stuff like that. So you can go and check out the shows. I don't know if I'd necessarily recommend going to the hotel at Excalibur, but you could check out the shows. The shows are pretty cool. But that's like, if you're gonna do that, man, come here to California, come here to LA. We have medieval times. We have pirates, whatever that pirate one is that I want to go to. But by the way, you ever come to California, you ever come to LA, if you're not going to Disney or Knott's or any of that stuff, get your butt over by Knott's Berry Farm. There is a place called Medieval Times. Good gracious, the food there is delicious. The shows are well choreographed. Oh, it is a fun time for the whole family. Let me tell you something. It is good. $1,000. I got 15 people with full meals on there, my dude. Good times. Good times.
It once had another one of these family attractions.
I'm going to try the pirate one. I'll let y'all know if that's any good.
Was a live show named
I'll let y'all know if
Merlin
there's
and the
any good.
Set
I never
in the
saw
moat
this. I've
surrounding
never seen
the
this,
castle.
actually.
This show started off with an
I'll be
enormous
honest with y'all.
animatronic dragon. This dragon was situated on a track and had the ability to breathe fire. While the figure was
That's sick.
undeniably awesome, as all dragons are, it was said to be a maintenance migraine. Just
Yeah.
like the currently decimated Maleficent animatronic at Disneyland, this dragon
Which is still the best show at Disney. I'm telling y'all right now. The Maleficent Dragon, the Fantasia show, still the best show at Disney to this day.
was also nicknamed Murphy. Murphy's Law states that anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Oh,
and that
that's
was
why they
certainly the
nicknamed
case
it
with this
Murphy.
dragon. Despite these technical issues, though, this
And
show ran
Merlin.
for over a decade before closing some
Oh, come on, bro. Y'all so cheap, you're not even going to hire a dude to play Merlin. You're just going to put another animatronic. No wonder you got a freaking nightmare.
time around 2004. Interestingly enough, many of the show's elements still remain in place today. Though the moat has been drained, Merlin's hut remains on the property. Moreover, you can see the track that the dragon ran on if you look closely. Most notably, the dragon is still said to be under the walkway sitting abandoned. Number 4. The dragon
Wow.
on bamboo shoots at New Hampshire.
That's interesting.
The dragon ran on if you look closely. Most notably, the dragon is still said to be under the walkway sitting
Wow, that's sick.
abandoned. Number 4. The dragon on
Cool little
bamboo
tidbit. Dude, I've walked past that. I'm pretty sure I've walked past that bridge and never noticed nothing.
shoots at New Hampshire Storyland. That's 2 dragons in a row here. Located in Glen, New Hampshire, Storyland is a theme park targeted towards families with
Come on, bro. What is that? What is that? If there's one thing I can give respect to for Disney, and specifically for Knott's Berry Farm, they have actual animals that they take care of and like care for.
families with small children.
That is just
there's certainly a lot of
cringe-inducing.
it,
Like, what
with
was that?
elaborately designed attractions.
Oh, I
and a
love that. I love the
colorful
clogs.
atmosphere.
Oh, that's awesome.
Some consider it to be one of the best family theme parks out there. There's also a Chinese-themed log flume named Bamboo Shoots. A
Ooh.
while back, this attraction featured a submerged dragon animatronic that sprayed water. In the 90s, this figure was pretty unsettling. There's something about the eyes that gives the dragon an unnerving appearance.
That's some nightmare fuel and a half, dude.
Doesn't really help either.
Ah!
Later on, the eyes were changed, and while I personally find him adorable, many park fans said they were terrified of him as children.
That is a million times better. But I kind of want the creepy dragon to stay, you know what I mean? That's
Eventually,
awesome.
The dragon was moved to dry land, most likely to make maintenance easier.
Yeah, that would
Number
make
3,
sense.
Carrot Tooth from the studio tour at California's Universal Studios Hollywood. For
Oh.
almost half a century, Universal's famous studio tours featured a segment based on Steven Spielberg's
Gives me nightmare to this day.
Jaws. Today, this part of the tour features a shark animatronic that rises from the water and appears to defy gravity by popping a wheelie with his...
Bro, I did not notice the shark until it was right. There's like not this guy specifically, but there's another one that like pops straight upwards. And it launches fire toward, like the fire is close enough for me to feel the heat. I was sitting next to a fire while a giant shark animatronic popped out of the freaking ocean in front of me. I was like 8, bro. Scroll that, bro. Ah!
Tail fin. Many submechanophobics already find this unsettling, but originally, the design was a lot more nightmare-inducing. Upon the construction of this segment,
I just had
Universal
teeth in
officials
front of me with
requested
that fire.
the
You
shark
just saw
have
right there
big
with teeth in front of
like
me.
the one on the
Nah,
Jaws movie
son.
poster.
Nah.
The result was a surreal animatronic with giant white teeth shaped like carrots. Guests at the time found this animatronic to be goofy looking, but to be honest, the fact that it doesn't resemble a real shark makes it much more unnerving.
Yeah.
The cartoonishness of how frightening it is gives it a what the hell is that thing vibe to it that doesn't exist with the animatronic today. After the release of Jaws 2, the animatronic was changed, losing its carrot teeth in favor of a more realistic looking mouth. And though it may not be horrific as it once was, it still remains an iconic...
Yes, those are real flames. That's a real fire right there. That shit gives that gives off heat.
Next section of the tram tour. Number 2, the robots
Scary.
at Russell Speeder's car wash chain.
What is
I am in
that?
fact desperate enough for new submerged animatronics to include that I featured ones at a car wash. You may not have heard of these animatronics.
Bro, don't tell me that. Don't tell me you desperate for submerged underwater like creepy thing. I'm gonna go on a bit. I'll find you stuff. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be all over the internet looking for that stuff. You kidding me? I'm gonna have to make a list. Sorry, pouring myself the other half of the Coke I made earlier. Into my cup, cola. Alright, everyone fight to the death in the chat. Pepsi or cola? Coke. Pepsi or Coke? Pepsi or Coke? Pepsi or Coke? Everyone fight. It's an armed battle. Well, that's not enough cola. That's not enough cola for me. I need to go get another cola. Alright, after this video.
Before, but if you live in Nebraska, New York, or Connecticut, you may have been to a Russell
I should have grabbed 2 cola while I was
This
there.
chain of car washes not only offers unlimited monthly washes for less than $40.
Hey, we're also not gonna let RC Cola also a contender. Let's do it.
But they also feature an exclusive line of patented robotic figures. These
Those are
robots feature
creepy.
moving heads and arms, spraying your vehicle with pre-wash before the soap cycle. They may not be fully submerged, but they do get pretty wet. As for the design,
pretty
do I
scary.
even need to explain why these faces are horrifying? Just
No.
look at them. You'd expect to see these grinning plastic mugs on a horror movie poster.
Yeah.
Just imagine seeing
That's
one
some
of these
Purge
in a back
stuff.
alley at night. And keep in mind that I washed my car multiple times in 1 week to get this footage. This required me to get that
Really?
monthly pass, and the people who work there probably
Monthly
think
pass?
I'm insane for washing my car so many times in 1 week. You may be thinking, why on earth would you buy an unlimited car wash pass for the sake of making a video about robots with water on them? Well, maybe I've just lost control of my life.
Nah, bro. Mad respect. That is dedication to the content, my dude. This dude is a content
You're
king.
thinking,
Oh,
why on
mad
earth
respect.
would you buy an
You kidding
unlimited
me?
car wash pass for the sake
No.
of...
Let me tell you something. Do not apologize for that, bro. You are a content king. Are you kidding me? You can't. This dude is in. He is. What am I looking at? What the frick? All right, hold on. But before we get to this freaking nightmare fuel, bad respect. Mad respect to theme park crazy. That I would not buy a freaking ticket for unlimited car washes. I wash my car with my dog's leftover water. Are you kidding me? From when I shower them. Get out of here. I would. That's dedication to the content, my dude. That is dedication to the content. Mad respect.
Efteling. Efteling is without a doubt one of the world's most acclaimed theme parks. This park is themed to fairy tales, with plenty of whimsical fantasy attractions. In addition to some excellent roller coasters and dark rides, there's also the Fairy Tale Forest walkthrough attraction. This
cool.
attraction, described as a living picture book, features set pieces based on a number of fairy tales. Such stories include Hansel and Gretel, Tom Thumb, and Pinocchio. Remember the scene in the Disney movie where Pinocchio is swallowed by a giant whale?
Oh, that's horrifying.
Well, here, the whale is replaced with what looks like a massive carnivorous goldfish. This extremely detailed fish sits in the water and is able to move his mouth and eyes. Just think about how many kids got nightmares about falling in and being eaten by this guy. Perhaps the creepiest part about him is the Pinocchio animatronic that appears inside of his mouth. Consider that a nightmare booster. In all honesty, though, despite the voters declaring him the scariest
it does open its mouth all the way.
I find this animatronic more awesome than scary.
It is pretty sick.
Did an outstanding job with Monstro's design, and they've certainly earned their glowing reputation. Think about how much time and effort went into getting this animatronic and the others on this list to work. Engineering an animatronic is already impressive enough, but to get one working in water is an even more arduous task. And for that, you really have to give the engineers and designers major credit. Now for the bonus clip. Recently I visited the Magic Kingdom to get some footage that you saw for the Jungle Cruise segment. While I was there, I visited the Country Bear Jamboree for the hell of it.
I have not seen the Country Bear Jamboree. I really wish I do. It's one of those things that I always look at but never go into. And I feel like 90% of the reason is the fact that it's always full. There's always a big line, especially at the restaurants. Like, I don't eat at any of the restaurants because they're all full. The only place that doesn't have a ginormous long line is Minnie's Cafe. Decent food, I'm not gonna lie. Their chicken Alfredo, solid. Spaghetti, solid. Best thing on the menu, mango salmon. Delicious. Admittedly, overpriced to heck and back. You want to eat good food at Disneyland? You go get yourself a corn dog. That's it. Don't eat nothing else. You don't eat nothing else. You eat corn dogs all day. That's it.
The audience there was super into
Go get yourself. They have a little like cart that only sells corn dogs. Like that's it. That's all they do.
Oh, and to my surprise, they cheered Big Al like he had just won the Super Bowl or something.
Big Al's awesome. I love Big Al.
Wow. Clearly he has a major fan base. Now it's time for the comment shout out.
Don't talk smack about Big Al. Big Al's the best. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? What, you don't know about Big Al? It's Big Al. What do you mean? Look at that dude. Look at Big Al. Look at that. Tell me you don't want to hug that guy. It's creepy.
Wow. Clearly he has a major fan base. Now it's time for the comment shout out program. This is where I take 5 random comments from my previous video and read them out. These comments come from my video on the top 10 tallest drop towers. Fox on a roller coaster says, Voltrum is close to me, very close. I experienced a lot of fun time and Intamin towers. I can agree that this drop is very, very intense. For whatever reason, it's a lot more intense than Highlander. To be honest, the most intense I've ridden. The open restraints help a lot here. I've ridden this tower close to 70 times now, and the ejector airtime is still amazing and feels like a camelback on Expedition G-Force. One very important record holder has to be mentioned here as well, Hangover. It's the tallest portable gyro drop tower with 85 meters or 190 feet. Made by Funtime. Side note, I somehow think that the standard sitting towers are more intense when it comes to airtime compared to the ones with tilting seats. Mao Marlowe says, I once built a death park in RC.
Bro, it is so interesting. I'm so sorry if this is offensive. It is so interesting to see how many freaking nerds just like me love roller coasters and theme park rides. Like, that was way too much information for what was, like, required. You went above and beyond what the comment needed. You know what I mean?
Tyler. James Keating says, my baby daughter and I love watching your videos. She especially likes your theme music. I can't wait until she's tall enough to ride with us. Thank you again for another great video and keep up the good work. Thanks, James. And Travel the Caribbean 2009 says, I've always loved drop towers. Whenever me and my family goes to Kings Island, I've always done the drop tower. This has been an excellent video, perfectly narrated.
Bro, drop towers are a big thing. Nutsberry Farm has one as well here. And of course, everyone knows the Tower of Terror, no longer the Tower of Terror. Now it's the Guardians of the Galaxy drop. It's pretty cool. I've been on the Guardians of the Galaxy drop. It's cool. It's cool.
On social media, you can check out the links I put in the description. This is Theme Park Crazy, and I'll see you all next time.
Alrighty, my dude, that's freaking dope. Love the video, bro. And of course, yeah, your audio, your video skills getting in there, bro. You doing it. I love it. Love to see it, bro. You got my like. I'm gonna feed the algorithm here. I'm gonna let it play out all the way. And you know what? It's just about that time for me to go ahead and get myself a good. I'm gonna get a double cola this time. Watch, y'all don't even know.